Zach, you with me? You just want me to talk a little bit to get my volume right? Okay. Okay. You're recording right now. Okay.
Somebody needs to
Number 17, Jacob Young.
White as was right now.
Owen Taylor. Number 26, Eric Ruhoff. Number 31, Kai Moore. 35, Grant Gatdiner.
Wait, is
Number
white to
36,
the left or
Patrick
to the right?
Ferris. Number 40, Jackson Barngrover. And the goal tonight for the Braves, number 10, Cam McMillan.
That we were reviewing. He's getting you a headset.
Hard to talk to them without it. Like, yeah, I know. Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, the scoreboard is not operating this evening.
Hi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at slightly chilly, slightly wet Tomahawk Stadium, where Indian Hill is hosting Seven Hills for this varsity lacrosse competition. Starting for the Indian Hill Braves, we've got Georgie Favell, Ryan Fixler, and oh, I had Davis McCoskey. Who's my other attackman? Eric Fluhoff at attack. Cam McMillan will be in the goal, and then well, we got the face-off, and Patrick Ferris. Ball still loose. Ball still loose. Hey. We've got a flag down. Penalty will be on Indian Hill, so Seven Hills will go man up. Number 24, Mike Nazaro is bringing the ball into play, passes it down to attack, and quickly get a shot off, saved by Cam McMillan. Cam passes it out to Kai Noor, who's bringing it up the middle, looking for a clear. Finds Owen Taylor in the middle of the field. And Owen comfortably brings it up for the clear. Gets his touch. Passes it off to Ryan Fixler, who passes it back to Eric Fluhoff at X. Flu brings it up to the wing. Brings it all the way back out top. Sets it up with Owen. Owen Taylor dodges two guys and pulls it back out to the side and turns it back. Phil Ferris, number 38, with the ball at the top. Passes it off to Georgie Favell, number 5. Spins it around to Eric Fluhoff, to Ryan Fixler, back to Owen Taylor. Oh, and a shot by Phil Ferris. Shoots wide. Ryan Fixler is backing it up. He's coming around, spins it back around, brings it back out the top to Owen. Owen Taylor gets the ball knocked out of his stick, but recovers it quickly. Pops it to Ryan Fixler, who goes behind the back And the ball's backed up. No, the ball is backed up by Seven Hills. Number 47, Alex Cranes. Seven Hills will work the ball up. Goalie's bringing it up the middle. Okay, Seven Hills is offsides on the clear, and Indian Hill will take over. Chuck Long brings it up, passes it off to Owen Taylor, who passes it off to Ryan Fixler, who passes it around to Eric Fluhoff. Phil Ferris looking for a shot. Backs it out, kicks it over to Georgie, who kicks it out to Owen. Oh, nice feed from Owen Taylor to Ryan Fixler. Couldn't get a stick on it. Georgie Favell backs it up. Kicks it back out to Chuck Long. Indian Hill's moving the ball around really well. They're not holding it, they're spinning the ball, getting the defense to move. Good ball movement to Fixler in the middle, and he gets crushed in the middle. And there's should be a push coming here, and there is. Owen Taylor kicks it back down to Ryan Fixler, who kicks it back to exit Eric Fluhoff. Spins it around to Chuck Long. Back around to Phil Ferris. And around we go. Another good look. And a goal by Ryan Fixler coming across the middle on a beautiful feed from Owen Taylor. They've tried that look several times and haven't been able to connect on it. And finally, the third time's a charm. So Indian Hill takes the lead 1-0.
Score now. Braves 1, Stinger 0.
Mike Nazaro, 24 from Seven Hills, will be taking the face-off against number 38, Patrick Ferris. Or 36, Patrick Ferris. 38's his older brother, Phil Ferris. Seven Hills comes away with the ground ball. Number 43, Sam Francis, kicks it ahead to Welby Anning. And we get to see Seven Hills' first offensive effort here. Oh, a sharp pass down the middle that was not handled, and Cam McMillan will take the ball at the end line and walk it up. A long clear that drops in the stick of Matt Cranes, number 30, who kicks it forward to Danny Rogers for Seven Hills. Seven Hills works it around, take it back to X. We're also spinning the ball around pretty good. Looks like we're setting up for a midfield dodge here. And a shot stop by Cam McMillan. Grant Gottdiner, ball tips off the end of his stick. Go back to Seven Hills. Number 2, Danny Rogers will bring it in on the wing and trying to kick it back out to the midfield. Indian Hill seems to be pressuring the ball, pushing out pretty much here early in the game. Seven Hills can't get a comfortable set. There's a whistle down, there's a flag down. I didn't see what the call was, but it's against Indian Hill. They must have stepped outside the box and they blew the whistle. So Indian Hill be a man down. 30-second penalty. I'm still not sure what it was. So let's take a look at Seven Hills man up. Oh, a shot stopped by Cam McMillan. They move the ball around. Kai Knorr comes up with the loose ball, kicks it back to Cam McMillan, throws one of his patented stick fakes, and then fires it to Owen Taylor coming across midfield. And here come the Braves. He gets his touch, spins back out, sets up the offense. There's a flag down. Again, I'm not sure what it is. It looks like the flags are just falling out of the ref's pockets tonight. I didn't see anything happen, but Seven Hills must have been offsides. So Indian Hill set up and try and get a good shot here on the penalty. Owen Taylor's got it back at X, just seems to be holding it, being patient. Dodges up the wing, comes back, left-handed shot, and just misses the upper left-hand corner. So now we'll get to see Indian Hill's man-up unit. And that man-up unit is Georgie Favell, Ryan Fixler, Eric Fluhoff, Phil Ferrist, Alex Major, and Owen Taylor. And here they go. Move the ball around. Back to Owen Taylor, to Alex Major, Phil Ferrist to Fix. Spins it across. Beautiful pass across the crease from Eric Fluhoff to Georgie Favell. And Georgie Favell gets his first goal against Seven Hills. Those of you who know Georgie know that he's scored most of his goals for Seven Hills. He played there his freshman, sophomore, and junior year, setting some Ohio State records in scoring there. This year he's finishing off his high school career at Indian Hill, and that is his first goal against Seven Hills. I'm sure he'll remember that one. Back at the face-off X, Patrick Ferris fights his way through and comes up with the ball and is pushed in the back, and there's a flag down. And they blew the whistle. Ball came out now. So Indian Hill go right back on man up again. Looks like Phil Ferris is going to take it from the top. And the ball's in play. Phil Ferris brings it in, drops it over to... Oh, good ball movement by Indian Hill. They're really sharing the ball nicely. And Owen Taylor winds up and launches. It's going to be backed up by Georgie Favell, who brings it back in from X. Looked like Owen was going to take another shot there. Alex Major to Owen Taylor. He does take another shot, and it also is backed up, this time by Eric Fluhoff. Eric will bring the ball in this time from X. Kick it out to Ryan Fixler. Spin it around to Phil Ferrist. Ryan kicks it down to Eric. Another nice feed. Oh, and a beautiful save by the goalie from Seven Hills, number 13, Michael Heldman. But Indian Hill comes up with the ball again on the transition. I believe they should be even up now, though. There should be no man-up advantage. Eric Fluhoff is at X. Georgie Favell rolls it out to Owen Taylor, who's coming in. Up to Phil Ferris. Phil Ferris dodges and goes around one man and shoots, and it's another nice save by the goalie. It's a fight for the ball, and it should be Seven Hills, or should be Indian Hill ball. Yes, it is. Eric Fluhoff was the closest to the ball on that shot rebound. Owen Taylor hits Ryan Fixler, who dodges around. Oh, and just gets hammered again and loses the ball in the middle. Seven Hills picks up the ball and is fighting to clear it. Pretty intense ride by the attacking from Indian Hill. And here come Seven Hills. Moving up the field, coming down the alley. Number 24, Mike Nazaro. Takes a shot and it's backed up by Seven Hills. Number 2, Danny Rogers, brings it up the wing, passes it back out to the top. And 22, Charlie Karamanukian. I apologize, Charlie, if I mispronounced your last name, but it's a mouthful. Shot, and I believe Cam McMillan raced back and backed it up and give the ball to Indian Hill. Good hustle, Cam. Passes it up to Owen Taylor in the middle. Owen's going to attempt to make the one-man clear, and it looks like he's going to make it. Gets his touch, and he'll probably spin it back out and set up the offense. Well, maybe not. Looks like Owen's got other things in mind. Kicks it back out the top to Georgie Favell. Georgie kicks it around to Otto Ackerman, who's in the game now. Eric Fluhoff at X, another nice feed and a goal by Ryan Fixler off from a beautiful feed from Eric Fluhoff. Indian Hill's really looking good down around the crease with their ball movement. The ball movement has been really, really good for Indian Hill so far. Very unselfish play. Nobody's holding the ball too long. They're moving around, and they're really confusing the Seven Hills defense. Back at the X, it's Patrick Ferris. And I can't see the number of the Seven Hills player. It's 26, Reed Russell. And Patrick wins a face-off again and kicks it forward to Evan Youngblood. Bounces it out to Ryan Fixler, who gets the touch. And Indian Hill's back on offense again. Spin the ball around. Georgie Favell to Eric Fluhoff. Eric Fluhoff's in the crease, and the referee caught him. So it'll go over to Seven Hills. Number 47, Alex Cranes, passes it up to number 26, Reed Russell, who brings it up to number 2, Danny Rogers, who spins around the top, and then they'll bring it out to the top and set up their offense. And Tommy Robinson gets jammed up and turns the ball over. Jimmy Burnett fights his way in a crowd to get the ball out, and I believe Coach McKay has called a very well-timed timeout to get Jimmy out of trouble there. It looked like he was going to get beat up pretty good. But Indian Hill will retain the ball after the timeout. Both teams come back on the field after a short timeout. Indian Hill will have the ball back in their defensive half. Excuse me. Otto Ackerman will start with the ball. Immediately double teamed, and he just runs right through it and takes it across midfield. Brings it up, gets the touch, and keeps on running. Passes to the middle. Ball's on the ground. It's kind of a scrum. Seven Hills comes up with the ball. And they'll turn around and go back on the offense. Trying to clear. And they do. And they get their touch. Back to X. Must be time running out because Tommy Robinson just took a shot from about 20 yards out, and that must be the end of the quarter. The clock's not working here tonight at Tomahawk Stadium.
So at the end of the first quarter of play, the score, 7 Hills Stingers 0, your Indian Hill Braves.
What's the score? Huh? What's the score? He just announced it, and I don't know what it is. I thought maybe you guys could. It seems like the rain might be holding off for us here. The forecast indicated that it was going to be raining all evening and possibly even get some lightning, but we've been fortunate here for the first quarter. Got some rain earlier in the evening for the Indian Hill Junior Varsity. They played at 5 o'clock this evening and got a win against St. X's freshman team. It seems like it's been dry. A little bit cold still, but at least it's dry. Okay, starting off the second quarter, Patrick Ferris is back at the X for Indian Hill. And they come up with the ground ball. Evan Youngblood comes up with the face-off ground ball. Kick it out to Owen Taylor, who's going to come out and set this offense up. Phil Ferris kicks it around to Ryan Fixler. Fixler back to Eric Fluhoff. Flu kicks it out to Chuck Long. Back to Owen. Back to Phil Ferris, who shoots wide, but it's backed up by Eric Fluhoff. Eric will bring it in from X. Up to the wing to Chuck Long. Phil Ferris, looks like Owen's going to take a dodge here. And a left-handed shot, save by Seven Hills goalie, Michael Heldman. Now Seven Hills will try and get there clear, and it's loose. Grant Gottdiner will go midi back, right up the middle. Kicks the ball out to Fixler, who kicks it back to Eric Fluhoff, and they settle it down and set the offense back up again. In comes Phil Ferris, who shoots, and I don't know what that hit, if they caught a pipe. Owen Taylor's recovered the bouncing ball. Owen dodges down the alley, looking up, looking for somebody cutting, didn't have anyone. So he takes it all the way back to X, and he'll look at it from the other direction. Reverses direction, comes around, left-handed shot, off cage, but Eric Fluhoff is there to back it up. It's Eric's turn to come around X and gets double and triple teamed. The ball goes on the ground, and it looks like Seven Hills has come up with it. And a great ride by Chuck Long, and Ryan Fixler knocked the ball loose, and now there's a scrum for it, and it pops out the backside. Owen Taylor comes up with the ball in the middle. Looked like he was going to shoot, and then took a little face dodge, then decided to pull it back out. Ryan Fixler's doing the same thing. Oh, gets the ball knocked down. Good defense. Ryan was trying to pass it back to Fluhoff, and it got tipped out of the air. Seven Hills goalie will now try to clear again. George Favell trying to ride to knock the ball loose, but Trey Kaiser brings the ball up. Seven Hills takes it around to X. Kicks it back out to the top. Alley dodge and a left-handed shot. Backed up by number 27, Max Rout. Oh, and the ball goes down on the ground, and Cam McMillan is fumbling with the ball. It's down on the ground in front of the crease. Cam finally comes up with it. No, it's still loose. Cam finally comes up with it and clears it out and throws it over the head of Philip Ferris. This is a crazy transaction there, but finally it's going to be Seven Hills ball. So Seven Hills will come back down and set up on their offense. Mishandled the pass, but to no avail. Grant Gottdiner's pressuring on his. Oh, the ball's in the air. Jake Young comes up with the loose ball in the wing, and then gets double teamed, and the ball goes down again. And Seven Hills is in transition. They do not have numbers, so they bring it back out and set up their offense. A little bit sloppy here. Oh, and a flag down. Jake Young came in and really laid wood on number 24, Mike Nazaro. So Seven Hills will be a man up, and Jake Young will take a knee. Seven Hills moves around and ran up, and a great save and a rebound by number 2, Danny Rogers, off the great save by Cam McMillan, but it falls into the stick of Danny Rogers, and he puts it in for Seven Hills' first goal. Thank you. The score is Indian Hill 3, Seven Hills 1. Patrick Ferris back out for the faceoff. He's going against Reed Russell, number 26 this time. Reed Russell comes up with the ball and moves it up the field, and Seven Hills is back on offense again. Bring it out top, swing it around, down to the wing, back out top. Seven Hills just patiently moving the ball around. Ball goes down, and it comes up. Jackson Barngrover picks up the loose ball and fires it ahead to Eric Fluhoff, who's open going to the goal, looking back for a trailer. Takes it through to X, keeps on going. It reverses direction. Back to Georgie Favell, back out to the top, and he overthrows. No, they called over and back, but I don't believe the ball ever touched. So Seven Hills back on offense again. Long shot from the outside. Cam McMillan, another rebound by number 2. Drives in, also saved. I believe they were in the crease, and it's going back to Indian Hill. Grant Gottdiner's going to start with the ball. Oh, no, it's not Grant Gottdiner. It's Bryn Irvine bringing the ball up. Gets it to Fixler. Fixler drills it back to Davis McCoskey at X now. Out to Georgie Favell. Otto Ackerman, back to Brenny. Brenny takes a dodge down the alley. Gets double teamed, dumps it inside to Fixler, who rolls around and around. A good. And that's going to be an over and back call, except I think Seven Hills is coming up with it, and they're running. They kick it back out to Amity. They're still in transition, and a goal. Seven Hills on a very smart transition goal. That ball, had it been touched by an Indian Hill player, would have been over and back and would have been a dead ball. But Seven Hills smartly picked it up and ran down the field and in transition. And this is a 3-2 game. Patrick Ferris wins the clamp but doesn't come up with the ball. And then there's a whistle. It's going to be Indian Hill ball. There's a loose ball push on Seven Hills on the faceoff. Indian Hill brings it back in. Their first line middies are back on the field. Owen Taylor leading the charge. Moves it down to Ryan Fixler. Takes it back at Davis McCoskey, who's at X. Davis looks like he wants to have a go. Nowhere to go to Chuck Long. Chuck kicks it back out to Owen Taylor. Oh, hits a pipe, and it's going to be close. They're going to give it to Seven Hills. .43, Sam Francis brings the ball in. Kicks it up to 42. 41 gets the touch. And Seven Hills is setting up their offense. Take it back around to X. Oh, and mishandled pass. Well, this time it's saved. It won't be an over and back. The Seven Hills deep hole bumped it back into the offensive end. And Seven Hills keeps the offense going. Mishandled pass. Seven Hills comes up with the loose ball. Seven Hills moving the ball around. Got a little bit of life in the second quarter. They're moving the ball with more confidence than they did in the first quarter. Matt Cook comes around. Nice save by Cam McMillan. Loose balls picked up by Brooke McClay, who kicks it up to Owen Taylor, and here come the Braves. Owen gets his touch and shoots high, but it's backed up by Georgie Favell. Georgie brings it in from X. Has the ball knocked loose, recovers it, kicks it out to Owen Taylor. Owen Taylor Phil Ferris fires a shot from the right wing, goes long, backed up by Davis McCoskey. Davis brings it in from X. Dodges to the left side. Oh, and a beautiful feed to Georgie Favell from Davis McCoskey. Cutting down the middle and an easy goal. Patrick Ferris digs in for the faceoff. It pops out, and it's picked up by Seven Hills. Gets the ground ball off the faceoff. Oh, and the ball's knocked down, and it's scooped up by Seven Hills again. They seem to be getting all of the 50-50 balls that are bouncing out there tonight, and there have been a lot of them. Another beautiful save by Cam McMillan. Bounces all the way out. Another close call on the sidelines. This one goes to Seven Hills. They'll retain possession.
Seven Hills backs up the shot, will bring it in on the side.
Brings it in from the side, loses the ball. Kai Nor's fighting for the ball. It's out of bounds. It's going to go to Indian Hill. Kai Nor with the caused turnover. And looks like we have a timeout. Not sure who called it. It's an Indian Hill timeout.
Score now, Indian Hill 4, Seven Hills 2.
So it's now a 4-2 game. A lot of lacrosse to be played here. Indian Hill came out real strong in the first quarter and seemed to control the momentum and control the ball. And then in the second quarter, Seven Hills found some life and got a couple goals, and they're determined to make this close. So here they come after the timeout. It's going to be Indian Hill ball. Be Owen Taylor taking the ball. Defensive end. He's going to do the one-man clear and bring it all the way up. And he gets his touch. He dodges back to the middle. He's going inside, and he will score. That's the definition of an unassisted goal. One man clear, one end of the field to the other, makes a couple dodges and goes in and dumps an easy one in. It's 5-2 Indian Hill. Got Reed Russell taking the face-off against Patrick Ferris this time. Patrick digs in, and he pops out with it. And he comes out to the side and fires it off to Ryan Fixler, and there's the patented hat down by Coach McKay. Must have been something he didn't like on that play. It looks like that's the end of the half. A good time to get in the locker room and talk about that. Coach McKay's hat went flying. First time I think this year I've seen the hat come off. Must not have been happy with something that happened out there. So at halftime, it's Indian Hill 5 and Seven Hills 2.
The Indian Hill Television Network produces coverage of many of the school sporting events, so be sure to catch all the boys and girls action on this community access channel. For playback times in your area, call the ICRC at 772-4272 or visit their website at www.icrctv.com.
Maybe we were down there, be like, what is wrong with
You're falling from the sky. Quick, make sure it works, honey.
Can't be serious. You're like, what? You hit it a little bit, the power line comes on, but it doesn't do anything. That's pretty old. That's kind of shorty.
Hey.
Let me use yours for a second. My hands are like
Yeah.
frostbite.
Just put your hands under it.
Dude, my
Especially if
freaking
you're
hands are
warm.
frostbite. Ask Ryan, why do I always have to get something that's broke?
Yeah, this here's
Dude, that would keep this whole entire room warm if it actually worked. Ask Ryan, why do I always have to have the broke stuff?
Ours looks natural.
You should get one of those.
It works now?
The one that downstairs for the heater.
Yeah. I was thinking of a space heater.
Yes.
Wait, unplug it and plug it back in.
Turn
I had
it
enough
off.
money they could just like have a built-in
Turn it
heater.
off.
And we wish.
I-
And you know, we'd be rich. They don't care about certain programs.
That's alright.
I know.
Yeah.
I know how that feels. Because mostly was the original place where I was. I know they cut corners here and there sometimes.
You know, it's like,
Dude, I need to call my
yeah,
mom.
there's
My mom just bought 6 space heaters. So I'm like, Mom, you should bring me one of those heaters. I'm like, what's freezing?
yeah, we
Yeah, by that time it's in the video that she has.
It's the level sensor.
there's that.
It's the sensor inside of it that detects that it's level or not.
Yeah, it was like, because the orchestra program is similar in every school, basically. They get, like,
That's what it's
bands
connected
get all
to.
these special things, and the orchestra's like, why are we in this closed-in room?
Ex-
The orchestra, no, it
The
isn't.
Indian Hill Television Network would not have been possible without the support of the following contributors: Buskin Bakery, Hoppy Sign Company, Tim Rudy,
Everybody had to evacuate from the school, except there was, like, some random, like, something was wrong in, like, the trailers, like, there was, like, a gas leak. So everybody was leaving the school. I'm like, why don't we just stay in the school and avoid the trailer? Yeah, Florida still does that. They have trailers and chalkboards and CRTVs.
How long is half of school?
Yeah.
Usually it's.
Well, question, do I have time to run down and grab a hot chocolate or something?
Yes.
You guys
Actually, yes, Swedish fish. Although I think I should probably be fine and have a 1.2 pound bag in my house. Yeah, and the funny thing is that I have moved so many times that like moving to another place it's like again, okay.
Yeah, I moved when I was really young. I was in Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah.
And then I switched like 4 or 5. I was in St. Louis, and then I was in Boston from my age 12 to about let's see, almost 30 that came here, and then I've been here for 3 years.
Yeah.
Give or take.
At least you get to go to multiple places. I've only been to Ohio and Florida. That's just that, and I guess you go in between because you're driving a
Well,
car.
it's funny because I don't remember much about Missouri because I was so young, but I do remember obviously Boston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like 2 exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really remember much when I was in Terrace Park. It was like I was young, the bus drive.
The Indian Hill Television Network would not have been possible without the support of the following contributors: Buskin Bakery, Hoppy Sign Company, Tim Rudy, Mr. Cassidy, Steve Ginn, the Indian Hill Boosters, PTO, and Maintenance Department, and the ICRC. Exclusive.
Like it's not even an inch of snow. Come on. Boston doesn't do that.
Oh yeah, Indian Hill.
Boston, like in Wellesley when I was in high school, you couldn't have cancellation unless it was like 3 or 4 inches of snow at least, or very thin.
At
One or the other.
Yeah, at Indian Hill here we have a new assistant principal. And it's like, okay, so no matter how bad it is, he will look outside and he will say 2 hour delay. He will try his very hardest to make sure it is safe for every student to come, and if it isn't, he actually cancels it. But he waits 2 hours before he decides it. Yeah, they'll like delay. Oh, it's good.
It's actually snowing.
Yeah.
Delay. Wait. See how it goes.
Then I tend to forget that Ohio is not used to what Massachusetts is used to. So I give them a little bit more slack.
We should be almost as used to everything.
I give Ohio
No,
a
that's
little
not
slack.
true. I bet Florida would panic if there was
Oh,
snow.
yeah, that's a given. That's a given. California or
If it actually
Florida.
snows in Texas or Florida, done. Everything's.
But if you look at the history,
No,
it
that's
has
not true.
snowed.
Texas does hail.
Yeah.
That's hail. That's not snow. If it actually snows,
Yeah.
my aunt lives in Houston. If it actually snows, there.
Yeah, no.
Maybe there's just the dust out of the ground.
You should look up history. It snowed once in Florida.
Yeah, and it like immediately like melted when the sun came up. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but it was funny that learning about when it. I forgot what year it happened, but they were definitely freaking out.
like oh my god.
Recently in Houston,
Yeah.
in the past 4 or 5 years, in Houston. And
I think with the climate change, like I'm not surprised that I don't know if you've ever seen The Day After Tomorrow movie, where everything doesn't matter where you are or freeze.
Yeah, but the reason mostly for that is because, as we know, most recently, is simply because even though it's going to take a long, long time, but the poles are switching.
Right.
So
That's
it's going to,
commencing and stuff
that's
like that.
intentional.
yeah,
It's done it once. We're not sure if it's actually doing it again.
yeah,
Or if
but
we're
it's
actually just,
close.
if we're actually just coming off
They were all just
the end,
coming.
getting off the end of the ice cream.
Yeah,
Because we're still thawing out.
yeah,
Right.
Officially, we're still thawing out.
yeah.
So
Right.
that could have a big deal on it too.
Also, I don't know about this whole like global warming. It's ending the universe. We're causing so much like pollution in the air.
Yeah, additional pollution.
Yeah, additional pollution.
We're just speeding up the process. By
Yeah.
a couple hundred,
Exactly.
maybe hundreds.
Yeah.
We're speeding up the process by. It's basically that. It's like because it's like we cause so much me up and get a spoon. What are you doing?
I forgot. I just picked it up because they're about to start.
He's doing
I
this
have a
now.
broken heater.
It doesn't work?
No. It's broken.
You give me the broken heater. You always give me something
That
wrong.
power
That's
light's
not
not on.
power.
Shake it. Shake it.
Right,
Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. That's the funny part.
Oh, you on right now? What did you just say?
Said he's doing it.
You're running.
Why am I running?
Yeah, you. Well, I can't afford it. He can hear you.
But still, I shouldn't hear you.
I was warm, of course.
Oh. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, the game's on.
Yeah, the game's about to start. That guy's camera. The announcer's not here yet.
Dude, that ball is so smooth.
Okay, we're back, and the third quarter starts. Indian Hill wins the face-off, kicks it across. Georgie Favell picks up a bounce pass, kicks it back out to Owen Taylor.
Yeah, I saw that.
Phil Ferris on the alley dodge, shot, and a save. Picked up, loose ball. Georgie Favell comes up with the loose ball and spins his way out of trouble. Phil Ferris with the long shot. Bounces out the end line. Backed up by Davis McCoskey. Davis dodges around, gets a shot off. It's a race for the end line, and it's going to be Seven Hills racing for the backup.
Great shot back there by Seven Hills.
Michael Heldman's carefully bringing the ball up. Can't seem to find anybody open and launches it up. Seven Hills gets their touch. Oh, and an errant pass goes out of bounds, going to go back to Indian Hill. A little confusion on the Indian Hill end. Not sure who's going to take it. It's going to be Jackson Barngrover picking the ball up. He jogs it up the field. A long pass up to Ryan Fixler, who goes down with contact. We've got I guess a loose ball push. Owen Taylor takes the ball, charges in from the wing, kicks it back out to Phil Ferris. Phil dumps it down to Georgie. Georgie brings it back out to Phil. Back to Owen. Double teamed, spins back out, kicks it back to Phil. Phil tries it from the left side, reverses direction, and one hand flips it back to Owen Taylor. Seven Hills defense is pretty effective right now against the midfield dodging. Owen and Phil are doing a good job. Owen lets go, or Phil Ferris lets go with a long one right into the stick. of number 13, Michael Heldman. But the ball's down, and Georgie Favell is fighting for the ground ball and comes up with it. He's looking desperately for somebody to feed to on the transition, but there's nobody open. So he kicks it back out to Phil Ferris at the top to reset the offense. Back down to Fix. Wisely holds the ball. Seven Hills defender was leading in. Owen Taylor on the skip pass to Ryan Fixler. Didn't quite get there, and it's on the ground. Good ride by Fixler and Ferris. Owen Taylor comes up with the loose ball and fires wide. It's going to be backed up by the goalie for Seven Hills.
Taylor's shot goes out of bounds. 7 Hills backs it up.
Long clearing pass. Ball still bouncing around on the ground. Seven Hills comes up with it, gets their touch. They wisely bring it back out to set up their offense. Number 41, Tommy Robinson, kicks it out to the wing to the Welby Anning, number 11, who goes to X. And it gets tied up. Grant Gottdiner with a nice lift. But Seven Hills comes up with the loose ball and brings it back out top. Another ball on the ground, fought for by Kai Knorr and Grant Gottdiner. Oh, little boy, sticks flying everywhere. The shot, a save by Cam McMillan. Routine save by Cam. Oh, big collision to Chuck Long, bring it up the middle, and there's a flag down. Let's see if Indian Hill can come up with a good shot here. Davis McCoskey from X comes around with the dodge, looks up, and scores! Otto Ackerman scores on the feed from Davis McCoskey. A little 5-hole bounce shot right into the back of the goal. So the score is 6-2 Indian Hill. I believe that's the second really nice assist coming from Davis McCoskey. And Patrick Ferris, who they call Baxter, is back at the X. And there's a procedure violation against Seven Hills for laying on the ball. So Indian Hill will come up with the offensive possession once again. Owen Taylor launches from, and luckily it's backed up by Eric Fluhoff. But Owen wasted no time coming up off that possession and shooting from just inside the restraining line. Ryan Fixler feeds to the middle to Georgie Favell, and a beautiful feed and catch and shoot by Georgie.
Scored by number 5, George Favell. Assist on the play from number 8, Ryan Fixler.
The Braves are really doing a good job of moving the ball. They've got a lot of assisted goals here. And it's 7-2. Indian Hill over Seven Hills. Back to the X. Oh, and Patrick wins it straight away. Goes right up the middle, kicks out to the side, hits up to Fix to get the touch, and races off the field to rest for the next battle. Fluhoff kicks it over to Georgie Favell. Kicks it out to Bryn. Kicks it over to Otto Ackerman. Back down to Fixler. Back to Flew. And I think we have some snow falling, ladies and gentlemen. It's snowing at Tomahawk Stadium. Otto Ackerman runs into a crowd and spins out, turns and shoots wide, but it's backed up by Jimmy Burnett. Jimmy kicks it forward, out to the top, to Bryn, over to Otto, back down to Fix, back to Flew. Flew dodges, is doubled, kicks it out to Bryn, who skips it over to Fixler, and Fixler lets it go. And it is a nice save by the goalie for Seven Hills.
Helping with the save for 7 Hills.
They're trying to get their clear. This has been tough for them all night, but they get it across midfield, and it looks like they're going to get their touch, and they do. Seven Hills sets up. Down to number 27, Max Routh. Back out to the top, Charlie Karamanukian. He tries an alley dodge and is Kai Knorr is really beating up the attackman down there. Seven Hills is moving the ball around very nicely, very crisply. Oh, and the ball goes on the ground, recovered by Seven Hills. On the feed to the middle, and Bryn Irvine comes up with the errant pass, passes it up to Otto Ackerman, who clears past midfield, and he's going right toward the goal. Oh, and an errant pass to Georgie Favell is going to go out of bounds. It's going to go back to Seven Hills. That's too bad. That looked like a really nice transition play developing. Seven Hills gets across midfield, but still haven't gotten their touch. They're fumbling the ball around, and it's on the ground. Still haven't gotten their touch. The ball's in the air, and it is a failure to proceed on Seven Hills. So Indian Hill will take over possession. Otto Ackerman scoops the ball up, passes it up to Grant Gottniner, who passes it to the middle to Otto Ackerman, who comes down and shoots, and it's beautiful save by the Seven Hills goalie. Not sure what the whistle was. And it appears like there's snow blowing, whirling around the stadium. Certainly feels cold enough for it, but it just doesn't seem right. But we have, oh, good defense, but again, the loose balls just seem to be falling to Seven Hills every time. Here's one that goes on the ground, and once again, Seven Hills is there to pick it up. Cole Werbrick, number 21, defending his man, and spins and scores. It's number 26, Reed Russell. Spun to the middle and got a shot off and scored. So So it's now 7-3. They're fighting for the ball. And Indian Hill will get the ball. That was Evan Youngblood fighting for that ground ball, or fighting for that face-off, and did a great job staying with it. Gives it to Ryan Fixler, who gets his touch. Kicks it back to X, to Davis McCoskey. Georgie Favell takes over at X. Spins it back out top to Phil Ferrist. Phil Ferrist takes it back out to Owen Taylor. Fights his way through two men. Ball's on the ground. Owens crushed from behind, but there's no call. And Seven Hills comes up with the loose ball and races the other way. Shot, save. Bounces out wide, recovered by Seven Hills. Beautiful save by Cam McMillan, but it bounced off his stick and 6 yards out in front of the goal, and Seven Hills scooped it back up, so they set up their offense now. Open shot, shot wide, backed up by Seven Hills. Seven Hills moving the ball around, and errant pass goes out of bounds. It's going to go Indian Hill. Owen Taylor brings the ball up. Last time he did this, he went right through the defense and scored a goal. He gets his touch. He keeps on going. Dumps it across, and a little bit off target and out of bounds. Is going to go back to Seven Hills. So Seven Hills will try the clear. Is that a timeout, or is that the end of the quarter? That's the end of the third quarter of play. Score is 7-3, Indian Hill over Seven Hills at the end of the third. Okay, so they switch ends of the field, and it's the fourth quarter, and here we go. Patrick Baxter Ferris is at the face-off, X. And he's fired up. Reed Russell for Seven Hills will be taking the face-off against Baxter Ferris. Owen Taylor and Jake Young will be on the wings for Indian Hill. The weather that we thought was going to be rainy and thunderstormy has turned into what appears to be a little bit of a blizzard. There's snow kicking around the stadium lights. I don't know that we'll get any accumulation. Indian Hill wins face-off, and brings it up the field. Owen Taylor controls at the top and kicks it down to Georgie Favell. Who kicks it back to X, who kicks it around to Fix, who brings it all the way back to Owen Taylor at the top. Phil Ferris wants a goal, shoots and misses. It's going to be backed up by Seven Hills. Seven Hills will again attempt to clear. It's been a little bit of an adventure all evening for this. Launch the ball up the field into the stick of Jake Young, who brings it back up. Wisely kicks it up to Davis McCoskey, who gets the touch. Davis is going to the goal and scores. He's tough to stop when he gets some speed behind him. It's 8-3. Davis is a load when he gets running. It's pretty hard to get in front of him and stop him.
That brings the score up to Indian Hill Braves 8.
Where do you guys broadcast? Where you guys streaming?
Indian Hill. Okay. Russell and Ferris back at the face-off X. They're getting to know each other pretty well this evening. Not sure they'll be swapping Christmas cards, but they're getting to know each other pretty well nonetheless. The ball's still loose, and Patrick Ferris comes up with it, kicks it out to Georgie Favell, and another face-off win for Baxter. Georgie kicks it back out to the top to Owen Taylor, and Indian Hill appears to be in control. Otto Ackerman takes the ball at the top. Swings it back out to Jimmy Burnett. Jimmy brings it up, kicks it to Ryan Fixler on the wing. Fixler goes back to Davis McCoskey, who looks like he might want to go at the goal again here. But he settles it down and brings it out. Kicks it out to Bryn Irvine. Otto Ackerman takes a run down the alley, kicks it back to X. Oh, and it's tipped. That's tipped, so that'll be Indian Hill ball. Bryn Irvine will take it on the wing. Passes it up top to Otto Ackerman. Otto kicks it to Fixler. Fixler back to Davis. Davis comes around the wing. Passes back to Jimmy, who gets crushed on the shot, and the shot will be backed up by Seven Hills. Shot went wide. Seven Hills again is going to work to get the ball cleared to their end of the field. And Indian Hill is having none of it. They're just riding them all the way to midfield. In fact, to the point that one of the Indian Hill guys bounced off the ball carrier and went off sides. Oh, they called failure to advance on that. So Indian Hill will come up with the ball again. Ryan Fixler dodges down the middle, hits, and Jimmy Burnett had an opportunity to get a goal there, but the ball sailed wide. And it's going back Seven Hills. Seven Hills drops out of his stick, but bounces ahead where he picks it up. Seven Hills takes the ball back to X. He's dodging around. Ball's on the ground. Cam McMillan didn't see it, but it fell pretty much right into his stick. So, very sharp pass by Cam McMillan. Jake Young comes in with the long pull, and is just kicks the ball ahead.
Jake Young with a great defensive play.
Great defensive play by Jake. Came in and dislodged the ball and kicked it 25 yards up the field. And Seven Hills throws the ball out of bounds. So Indian Hill will come up with the ball here. Ryan Fixler will bring it in from the wing.
Fixler brings it in on the sideline.
Passes it out top to Alex Major. Brings the ball up the middle. Passes it back to Ryan Fixler. A little mishandled there, but he comes up safely with the ball. Alex kicks it over to Cole Werbrick now in the game. Cole's going to have a little run, it looks like. And Davis Wilson in the game for the first time. Dodges, then scores! Davis Wilson on the alley dodge and the nice overhand shot to the opposite corner of the goal.
Brace goal scored by number 25, Davis Wilson.
That had the look of a transition play with Davis coming in off the sideline. Nobody picked him up, so he just kept going to the goal and received the pass and went right in and scored. Baxter Ferris back at the faceoff X, and it looked like Seven Hills jumped, and Patrick's going to get credit for another faceoff win, and he didn't have to do anything.
Called for the face-off violation. That'll be a turnover to the Braves.
Evan Youngblood kicks it out to Cole Werbrick. Still haven't gotten a touch yet. Ryan Fixler takes the ball and runs over into the box and gets the touch. Alex Major takes the ball up top, fires it down to Eric Fluhoff, who turns and fires, and it's going to be backed up by Georgie Favell. Good hustle by Georgie.
Hill backs up their own shot, retains possession.
Georgie fires it back out top to Alex Major, who swings it over to Cole Werbrick. Cole looks like he wants to have some. Pops it down. To Fixler, tries the underhand shot, and it gets knocked down by the defender. Alex Major with a great defensive play, coming up with the loose ball. Going to the middle, looking across. And to Fluhoff, who turns and scores this time. Nice assist from Alex Major to Eric Fluhoff.
Indian Hill goal scored by number 26, Eric Fluhoff.
I believe that makes the score 10-3.
Assist on the play to Alex Major.
It looks like the weather has passed us by. Still cloudy and still cold, but does not appear to be any more precipitation as Baxter Ferris fights for yet another face-off win. Stephen Tracy in from the wing, and Patrick Ferris is fighting for the ball. I don't know they called Indian Hill for the loose ball push. It's going to go to Seven Hills. But once again, they're riding like demons out there tonight. They're not giving Seven Hills much chance at all to get the loose ball. It's a big hit. And the ball is just bouncing everywhere right now. This game is getting a little bit rough. Indian Hill's going to get the ball. Cole Warbrick's going to take it and bring it in. And he wisely passes to Grant Gottdiner, who lets it slip out. Cam McMillan safely corrals the ball and brings it up the middle with yet another of his patented stick fakes. Alex Major's coming up the middle through two men down on the ground. Ball's in the air. Seven Hills is coming up the middle in transition. Kicks it out to the wing. And Indian Hill recovers nicely on defense. Cole Warbrick knocks the ball loose and takes it the other way. Cole's going up the middle. He's got numbers. He fires it up to Georgie Favell, who launches it, and it goes off of his defender. I think he'll feel that tomorrow. A stick fake Georgie didn't fall for by the defender bringing it up, and Georgie's Seven Hills is, they haven't seen, Georgie Favell, 1-on-1 and a goal for Georgie Favell. Back at the face-off X with Patrick Ferris. And he pops it between his legs real quickly to Jake Young, who comes up the field and is going to get clipped with a flag down. Got tripped by a Seven Hills guy coming up behind him. He didn't see him coming. So we're going man up. Indian Hill will be man up. Phil Ferris will bring it in on the man-up play. Kicks it out to Owen Taylor. Back and forth they go. Phil lets it rip, bounces off a Seven Hills defender, kicks it down, kicks it inside, and score by Eric Fluhoff with just beautiful ball movement. Another nice assist by Alex Major to Eric Fluhoff cutting across the middle. Score is now 12-3. Indian Hill is taking control of the second half and have really put a hurt on Seven Hills as far as their clearing and even getting the ball in the offensive end of their field this half. They've really picked up the intensity. Seven Hills does come away with the clamp, but Patrick Ferris comes with the ground ball, wins another face-off. Evan Youngblood will control the ball at the top. Kicks it to Owen Taylor. Owen Taylor, Phil Ferris, and Chuck Long will come in midfield line. Phil fires it back to Davis McCoskey, who kicks it over to Eric Fluhoff. And Indian Hill gets called for a moving pick, and they turn the ball over. Chuck Long. Ooh. Seven Hills moves the ball up, bounces off Seven Hills' helmet, out of bounds. Is should go back to Indian Hill, and it does. Pass deflected off of a Seven Hills helmet. Grant Gottdiner corrals the loose ball and brings it up the field. Good ball movement again. Chuck Long coming down the middle, gets the hands free and shoots. And it's saved. Saved by the goalie. Turns and launches the ball up the field. Kai Knorr trying to come up with it. Uh-oh, loose ball. Transition goal. Misses to the left. Backed up by Seven Hills. That was a dangerous situation. So Seven Hills sets up their offense and swings it around. A high pass is knocked down and corralled and taken back to X. You swing it back around top. Back to X. And a bit of a frustration shot there. Off cage, and Cam McMillan hustles to get the backup. So Indian Hill will have the ball. Cam passes up to Owen Taylor, who I'm presuming is just going to carry it up the field himself. Gets his touch. Timeout, Indian Hill. So Owen Taylor takes the ball at X and brings it around. He gets past his man, kicks it across. Georgie Favell can't handle the pass. Seven Hills comes up with the ball. And again, the clearing. Seven Hills throws a pass out of bounds, and Indian Hill will come and get it. Chuck Long. Take it from the side. All the way across to Owen Taylor, who mishandles the pass. Ball's on the ground. Owen Taylor's going to come up with it, racing across midfield. Up the middle. He's looking for somebody to pass it to, but nobody's open. So he pulls it back out top. Owen just takes the ball back at X and slows everything down. Oh, nice stick check by the defense. Knocks the ball loose of Owen. And here comes Seven Hills up the field. And it's knocked down by Kai Knorr, who turns around and goes the other way. This has turned into a bit of a track meet. And back the other way. Seven Hills comes up with the loose ball. And then Owen Taylor strips it away. Georgie Favell's trying to come up with the ball. Look for some help. Kicks it back. Phil Ferris has got the ball. I believe that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry we didn't have a clock tonight, so we couldn't count it down.
Final score tonight, Seven Hill Stingers 3 and your Indian Hill Braves 12.
Okay. Okay, so we finished the game off tonight in the second half. Indian Hill came back and really took control of the game. Started off strong in the first quarter, seemed to have a little bit of a letdown in the second quarter, and Seven Hills gained some momentum and gained some confidence. And coming out after halftime, Indian Hill pretty much took over the game. So a good win for Indian Hill. And it appears that it's all cleared up, and it's a beautiful evening here at Tomahawk Stadium. All right.
Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.